Titanic Blues by Charles Deemer. The cast, 3 siblings, whose parents belonged to the Weather Underground and were killed in 1976. Brian, 50, the oldest, a popular playwright. Kate, 50s, a wealthy widow. Heather, 40s, the youngest, a history professor. Time, spring, 2019. Fall, 2019. The play is performed without intermission at Rise. Spring 2019. Kate's home. Living room. Tastefully expensive decor. Artsy. Mid-morning. Kate and Brian in an embrace. They break it.
Where is she?
Napping. I wouldn't let her drive last night and brought her home with me. She got up too early and went back to bed.
Napping or passed out?
Napping.
Really?
She wasn't that drunk. Not like she used to get.
How many years did she have?
10, I think. Give or take.
Do you know what set her off?
I thought I might. She had a doctor's appointment Monday, but didn't reply to voicemail or texts when I tried to find out how it went. I didn't reach her until last night in a bar.
Her cancer's back?
I thought that might be it. But she says she's still in remission. I'm not sure I believe her. The other thing is, she was so quiet. Not like she used to get when she was drinking.
Are you serious? No political ranting and raving?
Really? There was none of that. She didn't mention Trump once.
That's hard to believe.
I think her cancer may be back.
Heather off her soapbox definitely is out of character. Do you mind if I wake her?
I said I'd wake her for lunch. I'll get sandwiches at the deli.
I do have a late afternoon flight.
You're leaving so soon?
It's the best I could do, Kate. I'm here, aren't I?
Yes, you are. And I'm grateful.
An awkward silence.
Let's sit down.
They do.
You're a hard man to get a hold of.
Not really.
I didn't have a recent address. Or phone number.
You found me.
Thanks to Rose.
How did you find Rose?
From Eleanor, who I found from Mary.
Why didn't you just contact my agent? I thought I gave you that information.
Probably. I didn't think of it. It's a little weird, don't you think? Having to contact my brother through his agent.
Not really. So you talked to Rose. Great. I bet she set your ears on fire.
As a matter of fact.
Consider the source.
I did.
Thank you.
Are you with someone now?
Yes. For almost 2 years.
Impressive.
Brian stands up.
Sit down. Don't be so sensitive.
He does.
I'm nervous about my new play. Something isn't right about it, and we open in 2 weeks. Anyway, you said there was an emergency. So here I am. Except this doesn't feel like an emergency.
She started drinking again. Isn't that enough?
That's what addicts do. They relapse.
But this definitely feels different. She said she just stopped in the middle of her lecture yesterday and said I can't do this anymore and walked out. She said she went straight to a bar.
Sounds like she's burned out.
Brian, she was lecturing about 1968 and all the assassinations. She said it made her realize how right Mom and Dad were.
She's always defended them.
Heather thinks they were protesting much more than Vietnam. The Weather Underground predicted the disaster we're in now.
How many times have we been through this?
Look at the country today. Maybe she has a point.
Our parents were criminals, Kate. They blew up buildings. They may have killed people.
You don't know that. They went to great efforts to make sure they didn't.
But they still were violent and broke the law. They blew themselves up for Christ's sake.
The auto accident set off the bomb. Not anything they did wrong.
Making the bomb in the first place is what was wrong.
You saw the documentary. They tried everything else. Marches didn't work. Sit-ins didn't work. Did you ever hear them talk about more than Vietnam? Did they foresee the growth of corporate power?
I was 15 when they died. Mostly I remember lots of rules, rooms I couldn't go into, where they made the bombs. It turns out.
I called you because I didn't want to have to go through everything alone this time.
Do you still hold that against me?
That's not what I meant.
I called her every time she had chemo. Didn't Heather tell you that?
Of course she did. I wish you had been here for me, I mean. So I didn't have to feel so responsible.
Oh, then I'm sorry.
At least you came this time. I really appreciate it.
But I can't stay long. This was an easy stop on the way to San Francisco.
I'm glad you'll have a chance to talk to her. She's always looked up to you.
I don't know why. We disagree on practically everything.
That's not true. You argue about methods, not goals. You're still her big brother. And mine. I don't like being my sister's keeper. I'm not good at it.
I don't like being my sister's keeper either.
Blackout.